All right, good evening, fans. Welcome back. This is our back to our Ned McGreevy League, 26 August 1900 standings. Philadelphia, Manchester, and tied for first, 68 and 58. And in second place, Cleveland, 2 games out at 66 and 60. Providence is in third place, 3 games out at 65 and 61. Butler in fourth place, 64 and 62, and 4 games out, along with Liverpool, so identical records there. Then Bellingham is 5 games out at 63 and 63. Arsenal and Carolina, 61 and 65, 7 games out, and St. Louis, 18 games back. So we're going to go ahead and get on this. We have Cleveland at Liverpool, which we'll just auto play because Liverpool is the home team. Philadelphia at St. Louis, Bellingham at Carolina, Arsenal at Providence, and then Manchester Butler. I think we'll do Arsenal at Providence. So let's get to it. Yep, Arsenal at Providence. Hey, there's Bears Den. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. And there's John DFW. Good to see you, John, as well. Welcome in, everybody. All right. Just need to make a little change here, actually. There we go. And I think we're ready to rock. Yep, I moved it over to 2023. Been over here. It's been over here now for probably about 4 or 5 days. It's running fine. So, touch wood, touch wood. All right, welcome to Huntington Avenue grounds for today's game between Arsenal and Providence. Drew Waddell takes the mound for Arsenal. He's made 31 starts in the year, and he's 15 and 13 with an earned run average of 1.96. This is his second start against Liberty Tree. He's 1 and 0 with a 0.00 earned run average against Providence, and he'll be opposed by Jack Chesbrough. And Chesbrough's make 33 starts in the year for Providence, and he is 17 and 14 with an earned run average of 2.24. This will be his third start against Arsenal, and 0-2 against them with a 1.06 earned run average. Game time, 81 degrees. Wind speed 13 miles per hour out to center field, and sunny skies.
Play ball!
Providence coming into this game at 65 and 61. Arsenal at 61 and 65. So chance for Arsenal. Outside chance to win this league, not completely out of it yet. Hannes Wagner will lead it off. Wagner hitting 279, 2 home runs, 23 runs batted in. Settle in, roll up a game, or whatever it is you're doing. Enjoy, grab a beverage, some snacks, and let's play ball. All right, Jack Chesbrough peers in and has the sign from catcher Buck Ewing. He winds and fires. We wait for the pre-game announcements here. The 0-1 fastball, and Wagner sends one right to Ben McPhee. Second, 1 up and 1 down. Third baseman Pie Trainer hitting 211 with 4 runs batted in. One of a smattering of 1920s players that we had. Thank you, John, for sending out that Discord announcement. Pie Trainer, we're on earlier as usual, so yeah, hopefully some people will come in. Anyhow, Pie Trainer, one of the smattering of 1920s players that we have in this league to help bolster Robbie Wartburg's team. Trainer hitting 211 with 4 runs batted in. Chesbrough works, 0-1. The 0-1 count, fastball. This one lined right to John McGraw. So 2 lineups, 2 line outs, and 2 down. Been a long day. We did a big tutorial on baseball for Windows earlier. 2 baseball for Windows games. All right, Mickey Cochran now, catcher, hitting .246 for Arsenal, 29 runs batted in. Jack Chesbro kicks and fires. The 0-1 delivery fastball chopped up the first base line. Hal Chase has it and will take it to the bag himself. And that retires the side. Arsenal goes quietly. We go to the bottom of the first. Rube Waddell to face sliding Billy Hamilton, Wee Willie Keeler, and Joe Kelly. Hamilton hitting .302, 6 runs batted in. Infield looking bunt from Hamilton. And the 1-2 pitch by Rube Waddell. Fastball cut on. Wagner coming in shallow on this ball. And up with it plenty of time onto Wally Pipp to retire Hamilton for the first out of the bottom of the first inning. Here is Wee Willie Keeler. Keeler hitting at even .300 with a home run, 49 runs batted in, bats from the left. Superb bunter. Trainer and Pipp in at the corners. Waddell lets it go. 1-2 pitch. Spitball sent to center field. Dave Fultz coming in shallow from center field and makes a running catch for out number 2. Joe Kelly now, Providence's left fielder, hitting .259 with a home run and 40 runs batted in. Waddell delivers the 3-0 pitch to Kelly. Kelly lays off this fastball low and outside and draws the walk. So first walk by Waddell. Kelly, pretty good base stealer, and on the season has 40 steals. Little Napoleon, John McGraw, right now hitting at a .240 clip with 45 runs batted in. Waddell kicks and delivers. Throws over. Joe Kelly back. Lefty Waddell brings it home now. And there goes Kelly. The throw down by Cochran. The tag by Wagner. And Joe Kelly picks up steal 41. Runner in scoring position for Providence here in the bottom of the first. 2 away. No score. Waddell delivers. 1-0. This curveball sent out to center field, and Dave Fultz draws a beat on it and makes the catch. Side retired. So Providence strands 1, and we go to the top of the second, and we are scoreless. Irish Musell, Wally Pipp, and Grover Gilmore to bat against Chesbro here in the second. Irish Musell hitting .328 with a home run and 13 runs batted in. Chesbro Pearson has the sign from Ewing. The wind, the 0-1 pitch. Fastball cut on. This one's sent out to left field. Joe Kelly going to the corner by the foul line and makes the catch. 1 down. Here is the first baseman, Wally Pipp. Wally Pipp having an anemic season, really. Hitting just .175 with 2 runs batted in. Chesbro deals to Pipp. 0-2 pitch. Spitball. And Chesbro coming off the mound to his left. On to Chase, but not in time. So Wally Pipp aboard with the infield hit. And Pipp with just 1 stolen base on the season. Grover Gilmore, who's been a surprise. Good player for this Arsenal 9. .295 with 51 runs batted in for him. Pipp takes his lead off first, 1 down. Chesbro checks the runner. 0-2 pitch coming. There goes Pipp. Ewing throws down. Elberfeld applies the tag, and Wally Pipp is caught stealing. So with that, bases empty and 2 away. Gilmore back in the box. The 1-2 delivery from Chesbro. And this curveball called strike 3. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. Bottom of the second, and we are scoreless. Hal Chase, Bid McPhee, and Buck Ewing due up for Ken Castro's Providence Liberty Tree. Hal Chase hitting .275, 5 home runs, 46 runs batted in. Chase digs in from the right-hand side. Good grip on the bat. Waddell delivers the 1-1 pitch. Curveball cut on. This one sent out to center field. Fultz having to go back a bit to get this one, but camps under it and makes the catch. 1 away here in Ben McPhee stepping in, the second baseman, at 2:31 right now, and 2 runs batted in. Buck Ewing waits on deck. Southpaw Waddell has the sign for Black Mike Cochran, the 2-0. Spitball sent to center field. Dave Fault's busy out there for Arsenal today. Will draw a beat on it and bring it down for the second out. Buck Ewing's been coming on hot lately. 253, 9 home runs, 64 runs batted in, and add to that 31 steals on the season. Waddell kicks and fires. 2-0 pitch coming to Ewing. Curveball, and this one for extra bases, going to the wall and left. Ewing going around first. Musial going for the ball. Ewing going for number 2, and here's the throw. And Buck Ewing with a stand-up 2-out double. That's his 9th of the year. And that brings up Kid Elberfeld. Elberfeld in the season hitting 217. He has a home run. 44 runs batted in. Ewing takes his lead off second. Waddell delivers the 1-2 pitch. Fastball swung on, base hit into left field. Ewing rounds first. Musial up with the ball in left field. And Ewing. And here's the throw to Laporte at second. So delay, the run does score. So the run makes it in, but Laporte tags. Elberfeld for the out, but Ewing does score in time. Looks like Elberfeld decided to take off after the run scored. Regardless, Providence with a 1-0 lead, and we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Frank Laporte, Dave Faults, and Rube Waddell will try to solve Jack Chesbro here in the 3rd. Jack Chesbro, the strikeout under his belt thus far. Laporte hitting 235, a home run, 40 runs batted in. There's Robbie Wartburg. Chesbro delivers to Laporte. 2-2 pitch. Curveball sent to center field. Billy Hamilton going back on this one, going back away, and makes the catch in a deep part of Huntington Avenue grounds. So Laporte is retired for the first out here in the top of the 3rd. And Dave Faults steps in. Faults with a 6-game hitting streak. Chesbro winds and fires the 1-2 pitch. Curveball fouled back. Faults back in the box. Chesbro's delivery. Faults fouls this one back too. Count now 1-2. Here's the delivery from Chesbro once again. Spitball lined right to Kid Elberfeld. So 2 away for pitcher Rube Waddell, hitting just 118 with 7 runs batted in. Chesbro kicks and fires. 1-2 pitch. Curveball chopped up the first base line. Hal Chase has it in his glove. Steps on the bag for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2.5 played here at Huntington Avenue grounds. It's Providence 1, Arsenal nothing. And Jack Chesbro steps in now. And then back at the top of the order for Providence, sliding Billy Hamilton and Wee Willie Keeler. Chesbro hitting 179 with 5 runs batted in. Rube Waddell has issued a walk thus far in this game. Ken Castro, no, you're not that late. It's all good. You're all good, Cousin Ken. You're ahead 1-0 here, bottom of the 3rd. Nobody out. Lefty Waddell with the 0-2 fastball. This one, and a little rope right to Frank Laporte, who handles it easily at second base. 1 down. Back at the top of the order now, and sliding Billy Hamilton grounded to short back in the 1st. Waddell delivers the 0-1 spitball, and Hamilton chops this one to Wagner at short, and Wagner up with it for Pip to get the speedy Hamilton by about 2 steps, 2 away. Oh, I know you don't. There's D. Scott Howard. Also here at the ballpark. Wee Willie Keeler is 0 for 1. Keeler gave it a ride to shallow center back in the 1st. The lefty stands against Waddell. Lefty-lefty matchup. Here is the 1-1 pitch. Fastball cut on up the third base line. Pie Trainer making the long peg across the diamond to Pip. Pip stretch. Pip cannot hold on to the ball, but keeps it close. E6, that's Pie Trainer's second error on the season. And with 2 out, and Keeler aboard. Keeler just 1 steal behind Hannes Wagner for the league lead. Joe Kelly steps in now. Kelly walked back in the first. Providence putting up the sign. Okay. Gotcha, cousin. Waddell checks the speedy Keeler at first. Here's the wind and the delivery to Joe Kelly. There goes Keeler. Cochran throws down the tag by Laporte. Not in time. And Wee Willie Keeler and Hannes Wagner tied for league lead now in steals with 46 thefts each. Joe Kelly now in the box, 2 down, bottom of the third, 1-0 Providence. Kelly walked back in the first. Waddell's delivery, the 0-1 to Kelly. This changeup, bounding ball to third. Trainer up with it. Throw across the diamond to Wally Pip. Side retired. No runs, 1 hits, 1 error, and a man left. We've played 3 here at Huntington Avenue grounds. It's 1-0 in favor of Providence. D. Scott Howard just arrived at a 2-week dog cat sitting assignment. West Seattle. Nice hip old neighborhood on Puget Sound. Enjoy it, D. Scott Howard. I am a jealous. Hanging out with dogs and cats for 2 weeks in a cool town. Gotta love that. All right. Hannes Wagner will lead it off here in the fourth. We're back at the top of the Arsenal order. We're followed by Pie Trainer, Mickey Cochran. Really the strength in this lineup, at least on paper, are the first 4 hitters in this Arsenal team. Wagner lined out to second, back in the first. Wagner and Keeler tied for the league lead in steals. The Flying Dutchman stands in. Jack Chesbro with 1 strikeout thus far. Fires it in, the 1-2 pitch. Wagner chops this fastball to McPhee at second. It's kind of shallow. McPhee on to Chase, and they do just get Hannes Wagner 1 away. Pie Trainer is 0 for 1, striding to the plate. Line to third. Trainer with an error in this game. Chesbro comes home with it. The 3-1 pitch to Trainer. Trainer lays off this fastball high and outside. Trainer drawing the walk. 1 steal on the season. And that brings in Mickey Cochran. Black Mike is 0 for 1. Grounded to first. Providence looking double play here. And there's Clinton Parks. Welcome in. I'm doing fine, thank you, Robbie. Chesbro works now to Cochran. Here it comes. First pitch swinging. There goes Trainer. The throw down by Ewing. The tag by Elberfeld. And Pie Trainer picks up his 2nd steal. So Trainer in scoring position. Black Mike back in there. The 0-1 delivery to him. And Cochran lays off this one by Chesbro. This curveball missing just a bit low and inside. 2 aboard for Arsenal and 1 down. And that brings up Irish Muso. Recently acquired the off-season from the New York Giants. Muso flied out down the left field line. 1 away. Arsenal trying to mount a threat here. Chesbro the check of the runners. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball swung on. This one sent out to left field. Joe Kelly going back on this ball. And just short of the advertising. Makes the catch. Trainer tagging at second, but the runners hold. So 2 aboard, 2 down now for Wally Pip. First baseman is 1 for 1. Infield single back in the second. Chesbro kicks and deals. The 0-2 pitch. Curveball, and Wally Pip. This one's going to go for extra bases into right field all the way to the wall. Trainer will round third and score as Keeler comes up with it. Mickey Cochran also comes in to score, so 2 RBI double for Wally Pipp, and Arsenal taking the 2-1 lead here in the top of the 4th. And here is Grover Gilmore. Nothing for 1. Struck out in the 2nd. Chesbro winds and fires the 2-2 pitch. Gilmore sends this fastball to center field. Should be a routine for sliding Billy Hamilton. Or wait, no, it is off the wall. That ball carried. Wind blowing out to center field. Pipp will score. Gilmore going for 3. McGraw's tag not in time. Grover Gilmore with his 8th triple. And that one an RBI. And here comes Arsenal plating 3 here in the top of the 4th. That one looked routine, but the wind going out to center field got up there enough and helped it and hit off the wall in deep center field here at Huntington Avenue grounds. It veers sharply into center. And you can see the shorter right field porch, but this park, almost a kind of strange, drunken rectangle type thing, I guess you could say. Runner at third, 2 down. Chesbro in some early trouble here. Gilmore 90 feet away with a possible 4th Arsenal run. Laporte fly to deep center back in the 3rd. Chesbro comes home with it. The 2-2 or the 1-2 pitch. Laporte, chopper, and Bid McPhee diving stop and up and throws on to Chase to retire Frank Laporte for the 3rd out, but 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on. Bottom of the 4th, Arsenal 3, Providence 1. And bottom of the 4th here, John McGraw, Hal Chase, and Bid McPhee. McGraw 0 for 1. Little Napoleon fly to shallow center. Rube Waddell ready to work to him now. Here is the wind in the 1-2 delivery. Fastball, little chopper to second. Frank Laporte up with it and on to Pipp. It's a very fast Providence team, so Laporte needing to get that ball off quickly, and indeed he does to retire McGraw for out number 1. Prince Hal Chase now. Fly to deep center in the 2nd. Digs in on the right-hand side. Cochran with the target for Waddell. And the lefty deals. There's Bleacher Bums Gaming. Good to see you, Anthony. Waddell kicks and fires the 2-1. Chase sends this one to right field. Gilmore camping under this one and makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. And that brings in Bid McPhee. So Arsenal plating 3 in the top of this inning. Arsenal scoring 1 in the 2nd. 3-1 now. McPhee fly to left center. So everybody, welcome in Bleacher Bums Gaming. Anthony, it's certainly great to see him in here. Rube Waddell ready to kick and fire to Bid McPhee. The 1-2. McPhee, this long fly ball to left field. Going back is Musial and makes the catch short of the wall. Side retired, no runs, no hits, no errors. 4 in the books here. Huntington Avenue grounds. It's Arsenal 3 and Liberty Tree 1. And the Red Devils will send up Dave Fultz, Rube Waddell in the top of the order, and Hannes Wagner. Dave Fultz hitting .221. He lined to short back in the 3rd. Chesbro has a strikeout and 2 walks through 4 innings of work. And the right-hander kicks, fires, and deals the 1-1 delivery. Fastball, bounding ball to second. Bid McPhee up with it onto Hal Chase. And that 4-3 put out will be the first out of the inning as Rube Waddell steps in. Waddell hitting just .117 with 7 runs batted in. Using the baseball history collection from DK Sports for this draft league of players between 1880 and 1919. If you have Action PC Baseball, I believe that, well, just anything from DK Sports is a must-buy. But if you can only afford one thing in addition to the game, pick up the Baseball History Collection. It is a veritable infinite baseball playground. Waddell nothing for one in the game. Chesbro delivers to his mound opponent. One down. 0-1. Fastball. Chopped to second. McPhee up with it in plenty of time on to Hal Chase. But Hal Chase having trouble holding on to this ball. This one gets away from Chase. What should have been a routine 4-3 putout instead is an E4 on Bid McPhee, his second error of the year. And Waddell in scoring position with one down as we return to the top of the order. And the Flying Dutchman, Hannes Wagner. Wagner is nothing for two in the game. He's lined to second and grounded to second. Co-leader in steals with Wee Willie Keeler. So these two stolen base leaders facing off against each other today in this contest. Chesbro checks Waddell more out of courtesy than anything else. Really no speed out there from the Punxsutawney, PA immortal. Chesbro deals now to Wagner. Wagner swings in this curveball. Easy ground ball to Elberfeld. Elberfeld on to Chase. This is going to be a close play. And Wagner will beat it out. Infield. Is it an infield single? No, he's out in a close call. Waddell moves to third. That was very, very close. We had to review that play. So two down and possible fourth Arsenal run just 90 feet away for Pie Traynor. Traynor is nothing for one. He walked in the fourth and has a stolen base in this game. And the glove going up from Ken Castro. As Anthony says, Chase short-arming that throw. Absolutely. How Chase definitely suspect, Anthony. Pitch aggressively. You got it. Chesbro now from the stretch. The delivery to Traynor. The 1-2 pitch. Change up. Sent to center field. Sliding Billy Hamilton. Going way, way back on this. And makes the catch against the wall. Traynor gave it a ride, but to no avail. No runs, one hit. No runs, no hits, one error, and a man left on. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's the Arsenal Red Devils 3, Providence Liberty Tree 1, and Providence will send up Buck Ewing, Kid Elberfeld, who Anthony talked a bit about in his Dead Ball Diaries the other day, and Jack Chesbro. Ken, you do have some sketchy characters. Chase, Sweeney, etc. Add the prankster Elberfeld, who Anthony talked about, or Sam Crawford had talked about in Anthony's Dead Ball Diaries. Kid Elberfeld had a great way to get waiters in restaurants. What a funny story that was. All right. So Ewing 1 for 1, again, coming on really well here in the latter part of the season. We're coming up on September call-ups. Doubled back in the second. So guys, start thinking about your September call-ups. Yep, absolutely too. And Elberfeld, the plate thrower. That was just a hilarious story. What we're going to do, guys, is for our September call-ups, we're going to keep it limited. If you want to start thinking, you can pick 5 players from the 1920s, any combination of position players, pitchers. The only thing is, for hitters, the cutoff for home run total for on this file is 12. So no Jimmy Fox, Lou Gehrig, anybody like that. Because, you know, that 1920s bump hasn't really made Arsenal, as some people thought maybe at the beginning of the league, made Arsenal dominant. In fact, it hasn't. But this is a chance for us to spring in some forgotten players, or just some players from the 1920s. So start thinking about that, and hopefully we'll just do those call-ups, since we are 26th August. We're getting close. So fire up Baseball Reference or whatever it is you have. And if you have Action PC Baseball and the Baseball History Collection, you can consult that and see who you would like to draft for your September call-ups. I do not believe, I will double check, but I do not believe I have the draft order for this. So we will just do, we'll figure out how we'll do it. What will be fair is probably we'll go last place to first place and do a draft that way, and it will go quickly. So 5 players You can pick, you want all 5 pitchers, whatever you think you need. You want to draft for speed. Again, the cutoff point, though, is, and no Babe Ruth whatsoever. Babe Ruth is not allowed in this league. So, usual rules. As Clinton comes in and greets Anthony. And please subscribe to Anthony. Bleacher Bums Gaming does all kinds of great stuff. And do check out his Dead Ball Diaries. It's absolutely phenomenal, using Lawrence Ritter's audiobook, the audiobook version of Lawrence Ritter's The Glory of Their Times, and Anthony, of course, doing some fact checking. He does these as premieres, so that is very interactive with the chat. Would love to see Anthony do one of these sometime as a sort of live stream. I think that would be a lot of fun. But the premieres are absolute gold. So tune in for Dead Ball Diaries and everything else Anthony does on the channel. He does baseball, does boxing, does college F-ball. Ewing 1 for 1. Doubled back in the second. Elberfeld waits on deck. Lefty Waddell with the 0-1 delivery. Curveball. And Waddell coming off the mound quickly and to his left. Gets to that sharp grounder and does the little lateral over to Wally Pipp for 1 down. And that's right, I did use an F-ball term, lateral. How about it? Elberfeld is 1 for 1. Reports from the clubhouse say he has not smashed any plates at restaurants recently. RBI single, scoring Ewing back in the second. Southpaw Waddell comes home with it now. 2-1 delivery. Fastball swung on, comebacker to the mound. Waddell up with it and over to Wally Pipp. So somebody must have made Waddell angry. He is bearing down. Here's Jack Chesbro, nothing for 1. Line to second, back in the third. 2 away for Chesbro. Chesbro has this at bat hitting 177. Waddell comes home with it. 1-2 pitch. Fastball swung on. Wagner ranging hard to his left, up with it. And in plenty of time to Wally Pipp, but this could be a bad throw. Pipp chasing the ball, and this one gets away from Pipp all the way over to the stands, and Chesbro finds himself in scoring position. Error 31 for the Flying Dutchman. Wagner was a great shortstop, the greatest of all time. This is not uncommon to see this amount of errors from Hannes Wagner. Very aggressive shortstop. And looks like he hurried that throw. So Chesbro in scoring position. Welcome to Dead Ball, John. This is error 31. Laugh out loud. Welcome to Dead Ball. Waddell delivers now to sliding Billy Hamilton. Hamilton swings. Chopper to short. Wagner in on it. And Wagner having trouble holding on to that ball. This one off his glove. So Hannes having a difficult time today. Chesbro will make third. Hamilton at first on the play. Runners at the corners. 2 down for Wee Willie Keeler. And I have a feeling that Ken Castro is going to call for a steal here for sliding Billy Hamilton as I see the glove going up. Let me see if I've read his mind. Yep, sure did. All right. Nobody's attempted to steal of home in this game. I mean, this is not the situation, obviously, with Chesbro. Hamilton aggressive lead off first. Waddell with a check of the runner as Keeler steps in. Keeler's nothing for 2. Flied out and grounded out. Waddell delivers. Waddell delivers, and I want just, there we go. Here's the pitch. There goes Hamilton. The throw down, and Hamilton is safe. Stolen base number 20. So 2 runners in scoring position, 2 out. Keeler back in the box. Here's Waddell's 0-1 delivery. Fastball. Keeler swings. There's a chopper. Wagner coming in, making a diving stop. And what a great play after 2 errors to retire Wee Willie Keeler. So despite the Wagner errors, gifts from Hannes Wagner, you might say, Providence fails to score. No runs, no hits, 2 errors, 2 left on. 5 in the books here at Huntington Avenue grounds. Arsenal maintaining its 3-1 lead. Arsenal trying to play spoiler a little bit, with Providence still very much in this race. Black Mike, Mickey Cochran, Irish Museau, and Wally Pip. Interesting with Robbie's league here is Pip did play into the 20s, but Wagner, Cochran, Musil, players from the 1920s. Wagner, the only dead baller. Pip straddling both eras. Chesbro now winds and fires to the Arsenal catcher. Mickey Cochran, 3-1 pitch to Black Mike, fastball. Cochran base hit up the middle, splitting McPhee and Elberfeld. So Cochran aboard. That's the 4th base hit for Arsenal. And that brings up Irish Musil. Mickey Cochran with 4 steals in the season. Chesbro peers in, has the sign, shakes off Ewing. Has one he likes. Rears and fires the 2-0 delivery to Musil. Curveball, this one line to left. And Joe Kelly will take it. And Cochran thought about going to second. The throw over to first. And Cochran back in time. So 1 down and good peg by Joe Kelly. Cochran thinking of second. Like Robbie is thinking of a brunette. Wally Pip, perfect day for him at the plate. 2 for 2. Including a 2 RBI double in the 4th, scoring Pie Traynor and Mickey Cochran. Cochran, good lead off first. Chesbro checks the runner. The leg kick and the 0-1 delivery. Pip, a little nubber from this curveball down the 3rd base line. Little Napoleon up with it across the diamond to Hal Chase, who makes the stretch. And the catch to retire Wally Pip for out number 2. Cochran moves to second on the play as Grover Gilmore steps in. Gilmore, RBI triple in the 4th, scoring Wally Pip after Wally Pip's 2 RBI doubles. So big 4th inning for Arsenal. Chesbro, the leg kick and the 2-2 delivery. Fastball to Gilmore, and Gilmore called strike 3. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, a man left on. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, game moving on at a really good clip. It is 3-1. Arsenal, 3 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors. They've left 3 on base. Liberty Tree, 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, and 4 stranded. Joe Kelly, John McGraw, and Hal Chase, the number 3, 4, 5 hitters, due up for Liberty Tree. Joe Kelly is 0 for 1 in the game. He has walked and grounded to 3rd. McGraw waits on deck. Rube Waddell in the game has just walked a batter. No strikeouts yet for him. And he is the league leader in strikeouts. The southpaw ready to work. Here it comes. Kelly swinging on this fastball in the 1st pitch. A little bunt down the 3rd base line, catching Arsenal napping. Traynor coming in quickly on that ball, but no chance to get Joe Kelly. Bunt base hit, and that is hit number 3 for Providence. So here we go. As John McGraw steps to the plate, the tying run. He is 0 for 2. He is flied to shallow center, grounded to second. And Cousin Ken going up with a different emoji this time, signaling a managerial move. All right, gotcha, Cousin. Kelly, good lead off first as McGraw steps in. Rube Waddell winds and fires. 1-0 delivery to McGraw. There goes Kelly as McGraw is swinging. This one to Traynor at 3rd. Trainor's only play will be to 1st, and this is going to be close. McGraw tearing down the line, and McGraw is safe. So hit and run executed perfectly. McGraw with the infield base hit. Kelly moves to second on the play. 4th hit for Providence. 2 aboard, nobody out for Hal Chase. So Prince Howe today has flied to deep left center and deep right center. Kelly and McGraw into their respective leads. Waddell with a check of the runners. He wheels and deals. Curveball, first pitch swinging. Chase sends this one to left field. Musil going back on it, lights a campfire and brings down the marshmallow. Kelly tagging at second, but the coach flashes the stop sign. Runners hold. Kelly at second, McGraw at first. For Bid McPhee, 0-2. He has flied out twice. Chance here for Providence to put a crooked number in the runs column. Hand going up from the Providence dugout. Although oh yeah, we do have dugouts in this one. Nice, all right. And we wait for manager Ken Castro and his playing some chess here against Arsenal. Whoa, all right, a double steal, very nice, okay. Gutsy play here, one down. Trying to stay out of the double play and get these runners moved over. And both these runners, superb speed, by the way. And here we go. The delivery from Waddell to McPhee. The runners go. McPhee. There's the throw down. Kelly is safe. As is McGraw. Double steal executed nicely. Two runners in scoring position for Providence, one down. So the double steal avoids the double play. Kelly at third, McGraw at second. McPhee back in the box. Hitters count, it's 0-1. I really should say pitchers count, I guess, sorry. A long day. McGraw from the stretch. McPhee swings, base hit into center field, right center field, faults up with it. Joe Kelly will score. McGraw's around third, and he will score. And Providence playing small ball, tying it up here in the bottom of the sixth. We are knotted at 3. I do believe that was the first double steal called by any of our managers in this league this year. And this coming on 26th August. We are down to about 28 or 27 games left in the Ned McGreevy League, and then our 3-game World Series. Buck Ewing steps in, still one out. Bid McPhee at first with 4 steals. Ewing is 1 for 2, doubled back in the second and grounded the pitcher in the 5th. Waddell checks McPhee at first. Comes home with it now. 3-1 delivery, fastball, and Ewing high pop fly on the infield. Frank Laporte waving everybody else off and waiting for the horsehide to come down into the glove. So 2 down for Kid Elberfeld, who is 1 for 2. RBI single, scoring Buck Ewing back in the second. That was a crazy play. Waddell peers over at Bid McPhee, sets and fires, throws over, and McPhee back ahead of Pip's tag in plenty of time. Waddell works once again. Full count on Elberfeld, payoff pitch, and Elberfeld called strike 3, inning over, but 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, a man left. We've played 6 at Huntington Avenue grounds, and Providence ties it up 3-3 as we go to the 7th. And Arsenal sending up Frank Laporte, Dave Fultz, and Rube Waddell. Frank Laporte, 0 for 2. He's flied to deep center, grounded to second. Wind picking up just a little bit here at Huntington Avenue grounds, along with the temperatures, now 85 degrees. Jack Chesbro has whiffed 2 and walked 2 in the game. Chesbro's delivery, the 2-2 pitch. Fastball called strike 3. So Nice pitch fooling Frank Laporte, and that brings in Dave Fultz now, who is nothing for 2. Arsenal center fielder is lined to short and grounded to second. Digs in, digging a little pit there on the right-hand side of the batter's box. Chesbro's pitch. First pitch swinging, Fultz, base hit into left field. Good contact on this fastball as Joe Kelly comes up with it. Fultz making the turn at first. Arsenal picks up its 5th base hit. Dave Fultz with 29 steals in the season. Rube Waddell, nothing for 2. Safe on a throwing error back in the 5th. Chesbro sets and fires. Here it comes. There goes Fultz. Ewing throws down McPhee's tag, and Dave Fultz is caught dead to rights. Ewing looking for that steal. 2 down. Ken putting up the glove. That pitch out yet was the AI already did it for you. 2 away, Waddell back in there. Arsenal's manager not trying to bunt the runner over, interestingly. I suspect Arsenal's manager is playing a game. Well, actually, he can't. He's the visiting manager anyhow. He can't bunt. So discard that last remark with our league rules. He can't call any plays like that. So enjoy your game, Robbie. Waddell back in the box now. The 1-0 delivery. Waddell swings. Chopper to short. Elberfeld takes that one sort of on the outfield grass. And bad throw. And Waddell aboard courtesy of the error. So that one an E6. 3rd error committed by Arsenal. This one by Kid Elberfeld. Waddell aboard, and we're back at the top of the order, and Hannes Wagner, who is nothing for 3. He is lined out, grounded out twice. As if this at bat, Wagner hitting .277, not having the best day. 2 errors in this game as well. Providence failed to capitalize on those errors, but came back in the 6th to play 2 and tie it at 3. Chesbro into his motion, the 1-0 delivery. Fastball to Wagner. Wagner sends this up the middle, but Chesbro getting that grounder easily over to Howe Chase to retire the Flying Dutchman. Middle of the 7th. We are knotted at 3. Robbie Wartburg letting us know that he is just playing by the rules as well, because why not? All right, pretty good game going on here at the Huntington Avenue grounds. Arsenal having a big 4th inning, plating 3. Providence with a run in the 2nd, 2 in the 6th. The 6th inning was especially good game, or a good inning to watch with a double steal. Classic small ball tactics and strategy by Ken Castro. Rube Waddell to face Jack Chesbro in the top of the Providence order, sliding Billy Hamilton and Willie Keeler. Chesbro nothing for 2 in the day. Rube Waddell fires it in. 3-1 pitch to Chesbro. Chesbro sends this one on the left-hand side foul. So Musial covering a lot of territory, but this one well back into the seats. Payoff pitch coming to Chesbro now. Chesbro swing and a miss. That was kind of a half-hearted swing. 1 down and back now at the top of the order. And sliding Billy Hamilton, who was nothing for 3, was safe in an error in the 5th. Clinton is doing a 60s Braves Phillies. Can't hear anything. Don't know. I'm not sure why you can't. unless that's by choice. Rube Waddell delivers now to Hamilton. One down. 2-2 pitch. And this one on the outside part of the plate. And Billy Hamilton didn't even move his bat. 2 down, and that's the third strikeout now by Rube Waddell in the game. And that brings up Wee Willie Keeler, who is 0 for 3. Waddell fires it in. 2-2 pitch to Keeler. Keeler takes this curveball, base hit center field over the head of Frank Laporte. Dave Fultz getting it in to Hannes Wagner. Joe Kelly with 2 steals in the day steps to the plate. Keeler with a steal today, tying him now with Hannes Wagner. Kelly 1 for 2, the glove going up from cousin Ken Castro. Kelly with a bunt single back in the 6th. Calling for a steal. Keeler with a good lead off first. Waddell checks the runner. He winds and fires. And Black Mike comes up gunning the throw down to Laporte. The tag. Wee Willie Keeler is out of there. And the caught stealing ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 7 complete. We are knotted at 3. Jack Chesbro to face the number 2, 3, 4 hitters for Arsenal Pie Trainer, Mickey Cochran and Irish Muso. Trainer 0 for 2 in the game. Hot corner man for Arsenal was lined to third, fly to deep center, and he walked back in the 4th. Chesbro sets and fires. Fastball, this 1-0 pitch, comebacker. McPhee has it behind the mound, on to Prince Howe to retire Trainer late. They do just get it. So Chase having trouble with that one, able to knock it down and stamp on the bag just in time to get Trainer 1 out. So close play there. How Chase probably not paid off that sawbuck he was promised to get Trainer on that play. Or to let Trainer get on, I should say. So Hal Chase, always an adventure out there. Cochran now 1 for 2, including a walk. Lefty stands in. Chesbro with a 2-1 delivery. Fastball swung on. Elberfeld has it, and Elberfeld will just hold on to it. Actually, Elberfeld looks like he dropped the ball. So E6, error 29, and Kid Elberfeld and Cochran aboard with 1 down. And Irish Musil now 0 for 3. Ken going up with a sign. All right, and it looks like we have a pitching change. So Jack Taylor gets tapped to pitch. Jack Chesbro's day is done. Jack Taylor's number is looking like this, baseball fans, 2.27 earned run average. Thus far, he is 9 and 10 on the year, 166 and 1/3 innings pitched. He has walked 34, struck out 51. His whip is 1.184. And batters hitting just 256 against Jack Taylor. He has finished with his warm-up pitches as Irish Musil steps in the box. And of course, you can see the possible play results on the left-hand side of your screen. Cochran takes his lead off first. Jack Taylor checks the runner. Here it is, 1-out delivery. Musil swinging on this spitball first pitch. Elberfeld up with it onto McPhee. McPhee cannot make the pivot. Cochran coming in hard on that ball, or coming in hard, preventing the double play. So 2 down, Musil at first. Wally Pipp 2 for 3. Irish Musil with 2 stolen bases. Jack Taylor has the sign, throws over. Musil back. This one sort of a close call. Musil, decent lead off first. Not exactly known as a Ty Cobb or Eddie Collins or Willie Keeler or Billy Hamilton out there. Taylor works home with it now. 0-2 pitch. Pip swings, fly ball to right. Keeler backpedaling about 38 steps, makes the catch for the third out. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and we are still knotted at 3. Providence sending up its number 3, 4, 5 hitters, Joe Kelly, John McGraw, and Hal Chase. Joe Kelly 1 for 2, including 2 steals, bunt single back in the 6th. Waddell with 3 strikeouts and a walk. The lefty winds and fires. 3-1 delivery, curveball. Joe Kelly laid off this one high and inside, drawing the walk. So Waddell has walked his second batter, and that brings up John McGraw. John McGraw is 1 for 3. Infield single back in the 6th. And not seeing any signs from Providence. Waddell with a check of Kelly at first. Here's the wind and the delivery. And there goes Kelly. Cochran throws down. Wagner's tag, not in time. Joe Kelly has pilfered number 43. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Nobody out here for Providence in the bottom of the 8th. McGraw steps back in, and now Ken putting up the glove. Okay, gotcha. McGraw in there now. Here is the 0-1 delivery from the great Rube Waddell. And McGraw gets a nice bunt down, but Cochran is going to go to third and retires Kelly. So great play by Cochran as McGraw trying to bunt for a base hit, little drag bunt. And this time, Arsenal wins the race. So nice play by Mickey Cochran. Very heads up. And I see the sign from cousin Ken Castro. So McGraw on the season has 41 steals. Prince Hal Chase, nothing for 3. He has flied out 3 times. Waddell checks the runner. And there goes McGraw. Cochran throws down. Laporte has it. And McGraw has his 42nd steal of the year. Providence, as you would always expect it to do when we see them play. Providence coming with an aggressive running game. Play results showing a 19.8% chance of a run scoring. Chase now back in the box. And the 0-1 delivery from Rube Waddell. And swing and a miss by Hal Chase. 2 down. Providence trying to break this tie here in the bottom of the 8th. Ben McPhee 1 for 3. McGraw perched at second. RBI for McPhee back in the 6th. Scoring for 2 RBI, scoring Kelly and McGraw to tie it up after that double steal. And going up again for cousin Ken Castro. And looks like McPhee's day is done. So going to the bench. All right. Again, I think you made Stenzel. I think, since there is no Genzel on this team. So Jake Stenzel will come in to pinch hit. Oh, McGann. Boy, am I glad I didn't do that. What a wasted player. So bringing in the switch hitter, Dan McGann, to pinch hit. McGann hitting .276 in the year with 15 runs batted in. And he is .500 as a pinch hitter. McGraw could lead off second. Again, waits for the Waddell delivery. Southpaw fires it in. 3-1 pitch to McGann. McGann lays off and draws the walk. Cochran kind of having a few words here with the umpire. The umpire just walks away and ignores him. 2 aboard, 2 down, and Buck Ewing steps in now, the number 7 hitter. Ewing is one for 3 with a double. Southpaw Waddell deals. 3-1 pitch to Ewing, and Ewing sends this chopper to short. Wagner up with it. Wagner bobbling the ball. Unbelievably, the 4th error by Hannes Wagner in this game, or the 3rd error by Hannes Wagner in this game. And the bases are loaded for Providence. This kid Elberfeld steps in. Elberfeld is 1 for 3. Shortstop. RBI single back in the 2nd, scoring Buck Ewing. Some anticipation around the crowd assembled here at Huntington Avenue grounds as the vaunted mauve lavender glove thing goes up from the Providence dugout. Okay, this is Guts with 2 outs. A 2-out bunt. All right. Oh, man. All right, so Elberfeld is an excellent bunter. Waddell ready to work from the stretch. If you pull this one off, this is going to be amazing. So right now, there is a 54.5% chance for some runs scoring. You definitely want to go bunt. All right. I'm almost nervous to press the button. All right, Rube Waddell from the stretch to Kid Elberfeld. Here it comes. Elberfeld bunts this one back. The count now 0-2. And I'm guessing you want to straighten out Elberfeld at this point, Cousin Ken. And there's the glove. Hit away. The 0-2 delivery from Rube Waddell, Kid Elberfeld, and Waddell hits Elberfeld. Oh my, so a walk, so that forces in a run. This one nailing Kid Elberfeld, but he's not yelling at Waddell as he knows that brings in the go-ahead run and puts the pressure on Arsenal when we go to the 9th. Could this be the big gaffe of this game? We shall see as Jack Taylor steps in, base is still loaded, and Cousin Ken calling for a pinch hitter for Taylor. And it's going to be Jake Stenzel this time. So Jake Stenzel's numbers look like this. A good season for Jake Stenzel, but manager Ken Castro deciding to go with Billy Hamilton in his starting lineups with Stenzel hitting 360, or yeah, hitting, let's look at his numbers all the way. Yeah, 365, 9 runs batted. So Stenzel has not seen a lot of playing time as of late. Batting in a big situation here. A base hit easily scores Ewing and McGann. Waddell winds and fires. The 2-1 pitch, fastball. Stenzel sends this one to left field. Musial going back on this ball, and he will make the catch. Side retired. Providence leaves him loaded and needs a closer and a second baseman. So Waddell plunks a hitter, and a run is forced in as 4-3 as we go to the top of the 9th inning. And we'll wait for Providence to fill out their defense here. First to pitcher. Who will come in? Dunlop will come in at second, and who will pitcher? pitch. And Dunlap come into play second. So we saw Fred Dunlap in our last game having to come in for the injured John McGraw. So everybody back at their regular positions. Dunlap in second, McGraw, of course, third. George Mullen, 3.53 earned run average, 3 wins, 7 losses, 89 1/3 innings bowled for him in the season. 40 walks, 33 strikeouts. Grover Gilmore, Frank Laporte, and Dave Fultz due up for Arsenal here in the ninth. Rube Waddell, strangely actually focused on this game. Gilmore 1 for 3. RBI triple scoring Wally Pitt back in the fourth. Mullen delivers. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball swung on. Hard grounder to second. Dunlap in plenty of time to Chase, but Chase trying to dig this one out. And that is going to be a throwing error as the ball gets away from Chase. They're charging that error to Fred Dunlap. That's his second. But you gotta wonder what Prince Howell is doing there at first. So the tying run on second base for Arsenal. Nobody out. Frank Laporte. Laporte has flied out, grounded out, and struck out. Mullen peers over his right shoulder at Grover Gilmore as Laporte waits for the delivery, and here it comes. Curveball, first pitch swinging, base hit up the middle. Billy Hamilton up with it, and Gilmore, thanks to the error, will come around and score. RBI double for Laporte, and we are tied here in the top of the ninth. Manager Ken Castro glaring at Hal Chase. The love going up by Ken Castro. Charlie Buffington now is going to come in from the pen. Potential winning run in scoring position for Arsenal here in the bottom of the ninth. George Mullen will make his exit, and Charlie Buffington will come in to pitch. Buffington has a 3.06 earned run average in the season. He is 8-8 with 2 saves. He has walked 42 and struck out 126. And the pitcher waiting on deck, they're going to give a free pass to Dave Fultz. And here it comes, and Fultz now aboard. So Laporte at second, Fultz at first. Rube Waddell, nothing for 3. Waddell has grounded out, or has grounded 3 times, but was safe on the throwing error in the 5th and the 7th. Seeing nothing from Arsenal. So Waddell will stay in the pitch. Wagner waits on deck. Nobody out. 2 on. Providence looking for a double play ball. Buffington winds and fires. Curveball, 2-0 pitch. Fly ball to shallow center. Hamilton coming in and covering a lot of ground. The runners will not advance. So that's a big out, and Hannes Wagner now comes to the plate. 1 down, we're back to the top of the Arsenal order. Wagner very frustrated 0 for 4, and an error play game for the Flying Dutchman. Buffington winds and fires. 0-2 delivery. Fastball swung on by Wagner. This one chopped to his opposite number, Elberfeld. At short, Elberfeld will go to Dunlap. Dunlap on to Chase, and that ends the inning. But Arsenal picks up a run. 2 left on, and we go to the 10th inning. We are not in the 4th. Dave Fouts will come in to pitch for Arsenal. Fouts' numbers are 4.24 earned run average. He is 10-13, 203 2/3 innings pitched. He has walked 109, struck out 89. The whip of 1.483, and batters hitting 251 against him. The top of the order for Providence here. I'm sorry, the bottom of the ninth, so Providence with a chance to walk it off here. Billy Hamilton, Wee Willie Keeler, and Joe Kelly. Billy, nothing for 4. Struck out his last time up. Fouts finishing his warm-up pitches now. The righty kicks and fires. Payoff pitch to Hamilton. Hamilton lays off the fastball, and the go-ahead run reaches on the walk. Wee Willie Keeler steps in, 1 for 4, 3 game-winning RBI in the season. Waiting for the hand to go up from Ken Castro. There it is. Calling the steal. Fouts check, slide, Billy Hamilton at first peers in as the sign from Mickey Cochran. Here's the leg kick and the delivery. There goes Hamilton. Cochran up with it, guns down to Wagner, and they catch Billy Hamilton. 1 out. So a big caught stealing. Keeler back in the box. 0-1 delivery from Fouts to Keeler. Keeler swings. Liner to third. Pie Trainer has it. 2 up, 2 down. It's down to Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly is 1 for 2, including 3 steals. He has 2 walks in this game as well. Fouts into his windup, and the 2-2 pitch, and he plunks Joe Kelly. 2-hit batsman by Arsenal in the game, and that brings up John McGraw. Getting interesting here. John McGraw with 10 game-winning RBI in the season, and once again from the Providence calling for the steal. So Joe Kelly has been pilfering him today. Good lead off of first. Fouts works now to Little Napoleon. There goes Kelly, the throw down by Cochran, the tag by Wagner, not in time. Steal number 44 and the winning run. Scoring position at second base. 2 down. McGraw back in the box. Count 1-0 on McGraw. Will Providence attempt to steal a third? We'll wait for a moment and see. Following a gutsy play with 1 bases loaded. I'm not going to take anything for granted from the Providence manager. We'll give it a minute here. Fouts steps off the mound, perambulates a bit, climbs the mound, and here we go. All right, got you, Cousin Ken. Fouts peers over his right shoulder at Joe Kelly. Looks in as the sign from Cochran. Kelly into a good lead at second. Fouts' delivery to McGraw, the 1-0 pitch. Fastball swung on, chopped up the third base line. Trainer up with it across the dime, and Pip with a long stretch. And they do just nail John McGraw. And we will go to extra innings. No runs, no hits, no errors, a man left on. Arsenal and Providence knotted at 4. So Arsenal 4 games below 500, Providence 5 games above 500. So reverse records for each. Identical lines except for left on base. Each team 4 runs, 6 hits, and 4 errors. Pie Trainer, Mickey Cochran, and Irish Musel due up here in the 10th. Trainer 0 for 3 in the game, including a walk. His cousin says all his games are like this seemingly. But you must be doing something right because you are in this pennant race. Here we go. Charlie Buffington delivers the 1-2 pitch to Trainer. And this one, Ewing drops the ball on the third strike, but fires it down to Hal Chase to retire Trainer. And Charlie Buffington picking up his first K in the day. One away for Mickey Cochran. Cochran is 0 for 3, including a walk. Buffington deals to Cochran, the 0-2. Curveball lined right to Fred Dunlap. 2 up and 2 down for Irish Musial, who has done nothing in 4 attempts. Ewing sets the target for Buffington. The wind, the 1-2 pitch. Curveball. This one chopped up the middle. Elberfeld up with it and plants and throws in plenty of time to retire Musial. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Bottom of the 10th. 4-4. Hal Chase, Fred Dunlap, and Buck Ewing due up for Providence Liberty Tree. Hal Chase, nothing for 4. Struck out back in the 8th. Dave Fouts rears and fires. Fastball, first pitch swinging, base hit into left center. Musial up with the Chase making the turn at first. He will hold as the ball gets back into Hannes Wagner. Go ahead run on board for Providence. And here comes Fred Dunlap. Fred Dunlap making his first plate appearance, hitting 200 with a home run as the glove goes up. Calling for the sacrifice. Infield in at third. Fouts checks Chase at first, comes home with it now, throws over. Chase wasn't going anywhere. In ahead of the pip tag. Now infield in at the corners. Fouts delivers. Dunlap on the first pitch gets the bunt down the third base line. Trainer up with it. Trainer will go to first to retire Dunlap. Sacrifice completed. Chase now in scoring position. So the winning run at second, and it brings up Buck Ewing, who is 1 for 4. Ewing in the contest, doubled way back in the second. Dave Fouts with the leg kick and the 2-0 delivery. Curveball, base hit, and to left center. Fultz up with a Chase rounding third. Will they send him? They do. Chase will score the winning run. So Buck Ewing picking up the game-winning RBI, and then the bottom of the 10th, Providence pulls it out 5-4. Good ball game. Featuring some gutsy plays. Not a lot of individual player highlights. For Arsenal, Grover Gilmore went 1 for 4 with a triple. For Providence, Joe Kelly 1 for 4, or 1 for 2 and 4 stolen bases. Arsenal falls to 61 and 66. Dave Fouts tagged with a loss. He will fall to 10 and 14. Charlie Buffington gets the win, and Providence improves to 66 and 61. Providence 5 runs, 8 hits, 4 errors. Arsenal 4 runs, 6 hits, 4 errors. So a walk off for Providence. Let us look at pitching. So Rube Waddell, for losing Arsenal, went 8 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, walked 3, struck out 4. His ERA now at 2.00. Dave Fouts, again, as we said, tagged with the loss. He worked 1 1/3. 1 run, it was earned, and he walked 1. Providence, Jack Chesbro got the start, went 7 1/3 innings. 3 runs, all earned, walked 2, struck out 3. His earned run average now at 2.28. Jack Taylor came in, worked 2/3 of an inning, and finishes with a 2.26 earned run average. He faced 2 batters, of course. Mullen gets the blown save, his first. Gave up a run. It was not earned. And then Charlie Buffington comes in, works 2 innings, picks up the win, goes to 9 and 8. He walked 1 and struck out 1. Let's look at batting really, really quickly. Arsenal with 3 extra base hits, I should say, 2 doubles and a triple. For Providence, just one extra base hit, a double. The double was hit by Buck Ewing. Let's look at miscellaneous here. So Hannes Wagner with 3 errors on the day. Pie Trainer also with an error. Bid McPhee. Kid Elberfeld with 2. And Fred Dunlap with an error. Doubles by Pip Laporte and Ewing. Triple by Grover Gilmore. Stolen bases, it really was all Providence except for Pie Trainer, who picked up his second steal. Joe Kelly, 4 stolen bases. Wee Willie Keeler picked up a steal. Sliding Billy Hamilton, John McGraw with 2. So the base robbers today, Joe Kelly and John McGraw. Caught stealing Wally Pipp and Dave Fultz. And Keeler and Hamilton caught stealing as well. Let me see. Wally Pipp with 2 RBI in the game. Frank Laporte with 1. Gilmore with 1. Buck Ewing picks up his 65th run batted in. Bid McPhee with 2 RBI has 4. And Elberfeld with 2. That's 46 RBI for him. We had 1 intentional walk. Buffington intentionally walking Dave Fultz. 2 hit batsmen. So Kid Elberfeld and Joe Kelly plunked by Waddell and Fouts respectively. Dunlap with a sacrifice hit. Wagner, along with 3 errors, also made 2 great plays. Bid McPhee with a great play. Trainer making a poor play. We had an outfield assist by Irish Musial. Arsenal stranded 6. Providence stranded 9. 1 double play by Providence. The game-winning RBI, Buck Ewing, and the game MVP, Joe Kelly, as Ken Castro and Robbie Wartburg exchange pleasantries. Good game, good game, good game. Low viewership, so I think we're not going to call a doubleheader tonight, even though this is about the time I go on. So we will go ahead and auto-play, and I think we'll be done. All right, first up, Manchester and Butler. And Manchester takes this one from Butler 3-2. Manchester will go to 69 and 58. Butler falls to 64 and 63. Weimer gets the win, goes to 13 and 12. Nick Maddox tagged with a loss. He goes to 8 and 15. We just saw Providence and Arsenal. Next up, Bellingham and Carolina. Bellingham at 500 at 63 and 63. Carolina at 61 and 65. And Carolina beating Bellingham 9-7. Ironman Joe McGinnity getting the win. He goes to 13-11. Bob Groom takes the loss, goes to 9-11. Zach Wheat for Carolina, 2 for 3, including a home run. That's his first of the year. 4 runs batted in. Next, Philadelphia and St. Louis. Philadelphia at 68 and 58. St. Louis at 50 and 76. And St. Louis edges Philadelphia 5-4. Larry Corcoran improves to 14 and 18. Jeff Tesoro falls to 12 and 13. Bob Carruthers for St. Louis goes 3 for 4 with a steal. Finally, Cleveland and Liverpool. Cleveland at 66 and 60, and Liverpool at 64 and 62. And Cleveland beats Liverpool 8-5. Ed Rulbach gets the win. He improves to 11-13. Babe Adams takes the loss and falls to 8 and 13. Fred Tenney goes 3 for 5 with a double. And we will let our standings refresh and see where we are at the end of play on the 26th August 1900. All right. So Manchester is back in first place again. Manchester and Philadelphia battling it out, and Cleveland also in the thick of it. So the standings look like this. Manchester at 69 and 58. A game behind in second place, Philadelphia, 1 game back. Cleveland is 2 back in 3rd place. Providence 3 back, so Providence very much in the race. Butler and Liverpool keeping pace with each other, but each just a game above 500 now and 5 games out. Bellingham drops below 500, is 6 games back. Carolina is 7 games back. Arsenal 8 back, and St. Louis 18. So coming up on the 27th will be the same teams again: Cleveland at Liverpool, Philadelphia at St. Louis, Bellingham at Carolina, Arsenal at Providence, and Manchester at Butler. And that will be the slate for the 28th. And then I'm trying to see if we have any marquee games coming up. We do have a Manchester and Butler. Actually, we could do Manchester and Butler in these, as Butler is with Liverpool 5 games out, so still in the race. You are most welcome, Cousin Ken Castro. So, yeah, I guess that'll do it for the night. Thank you guys for coming in. Just a couple notes: Napoleon Lajoie still leading with a 345 batting average, and Trespica still maintaining just behind him at 316. Dan Bruthers with a 310 average, Burkett at 305. So only 4 hitters above 300 now in this game, pitching bearing down. Hardy Richardson has been the league leader at home runs. He's been holding at 11 now for weeks. And as said many times during the game, Hannes Wagner and Willie Keeler tied for steals at 46, and Joe Kelly in second place with 44 steals. Providence just a hell of a in the top 10, 3 Providence players in among stolen base leaders: Keeler, Kelly, and McGraw. My team has a couple guys in the top 10: Frank Chance and Bill Dolan. It's good stuff. All right, and at 10:35, I'll get to find something else to do now for the rest of the night. I appreciate you guys. It was nice seeing you. And we will be around again for more Ned McGreevy soon. And that is it. Robbie, do you have anything coming up on your channel, or anybody else have anything coming up or going on before we shut it down? Nope, I guess not. All right, my thanks to Ken Castro, to Robbie Wartburg, to D. Scott Howard, to Clinton Parks, and to Anthony Bleacherbums Gaming, and John DFW, and Bears Den. So that does it. As Robbie says, he might record a second Baseball for Windows game. And Ken Castro getting a post-game snack after those managerial moves. I certainly can understand why, Cousin Ken. All right, we're going to wrap it up then, as everybody seems like they're going off to do something. So I really, really appreciate you guys, one and all. Always will. And we'll see you around the batting cage. Take care. Good night.